again. Well, this isn't strictly a repair video because there's nothing wrong with what I've got in my hands, but what I've got in my hands is slightly unique, and it's Sony Watchman FD9B. Not an awful lot of these around, but it was from a time when people, or when Sony at least, thought that people would like to walk around watching TV. Without further ado, let's unbox it. Still in its original packaging, which is amazing. I think I may have opened it upside down, but I'll be very careful about that. Turn it over, and there it is. So a wonderful looking machine, and a small screen here, which I gather is a projection screen, and there's a mini CRT buried in the heart of the device. So let's put it there and have a look at that. And there's the aerial, which the all-important aerial, and of course it's a black and white projection television, and it looks very good. And on the back of it there's a bracket that you can use to stand it up, so it'll stand up like that, and you can watch that, I suppose, when you're trying to do other things. But there it is, that's a TV. On the side here we've got a tuning control, and that moves a cursor along the front to tune the various channels, and a power on and off button there, and a volume button, and one here to select TV, and TV or just the sound, and a small speaker down the bottom. So shall we turn it on and see what we can get on it? So we're all set up now, ready to go. Now the arrangements we've made is to use a VCR which also plays DVDs, and I put a DVD in the VCR, and we're taking the RF out from the DVD player, and we're put it through a TV amplifier, so it's transmitted limited range RF. Now I know that's not strictly legal, but it is working, and I think this is maybe transmitting about just over a meter. And there is the DVD of the Cisco Kid playing. Let me move it a little bit more there. Playing through this Watchman. And now if we zoom down on that picture, you can see that it's not at all bad. So that's it. That's the Sony Watchman. Now these machines weren't, as I said earlier, particularly popular, and we moved some of that out of the way, particularly popular. They were introduced in 1982 by Sony, and they were retired in the year 2000. So yeah, they were around a little while, but they didn't sell many units, and the reason is that, as I explained earlier, that people were not prone to watching TV on the move. It wasn't something that really took off, and it's not took off today really. The model I've got here was made in 1986, and it's the FD9B. There's also other variants of these TVs. There's an LCD version of it, which was produced in 1990, and that was because it was LCD, it was a colour version. And they also produced a Mega Watchman, which had a somewhat larger screen, but that screen was a direct CRT screen, again black and white, but it wasn't a projection CRT as this is now. Very clever and working perfectly. So thank you to Oliver for letting me see this and making a short video about it. The batteries in it I don't think will last particularly long, but you can power it from a power source on the side, so that's the other thing you can do. And if you want to, you can turn the video off and just listen to the sound on it. So you can just have the sound on it if you want to. Why you would want to do that, I've no idea, except to save battery, or if you didn't really like the video, I suppose. So let's turn it back on again for one final look, and I'll show you the tuning on the side. There's a little cursor here, you tune it around. Surprisingly good. One error I have made is that I kept referring to the CRT display as a projection display. In actual fact, it's not a projection. The screen is an integral part of the CRT itself, and as you can see from the picture of the tube, it's a very unusual way that the electron beam is directed onto the screen. So apologies for that. So returning to CRT televisions, cathode ray tube televisions. I'm not obsessed with them by any way, but my grandson and I seem to have collected a few. At the top we got the Sony Triniton, and then we come down to the King Avon small black and white TV, which is amazing, really. I've got these linked to a DVD in my corner opposite it, or adjacent to it, and then coming down we have a Crown TV. All these things working really well, and there we go. Thank you for watching this fairly short video on the Sony Watchman, and a little bit about my other CRT TVs which I have here. Amazingly good pictures on them, and it is really nice sometimes to watch a very old movie on a CRT TV, especially this little King Avon set here, which gives a remarkably good picture, all running of course from a Sony combined DVD VHS player. Well, thank you for watching once again, and next time I hope to have a repair in the workshop that I can share with you. So until then, thanks very much, and as always, take care.